Welcome to the channel. Now, with the high levels of unsolved crime taking place on the island, with Donna Donaldson's being one of the most prominent in recent days, and with allegations surrounding funeral homes for illegal cremations, are they all connected? Now, Noel Maitland has still refused to give law enforcement the key information needed to retrieve Donna Donaldson's body. I'm going to hear from an individual who said he spoke to somebody who paid for an illegal cremation. Is this fueling crime and violence? I'm going to hear what one that will contain the reason.
Bailey come on and said that to the family of Donna Lee that they probably never gonna find a body. Now, if you have a funeral home, there must be a reason why you create a funeral home. You create a funeral home because the demanding of people that are dead are needed to be in your funeral home. And if you're not getting anybody in your funeral home, you have to lock your funeral home. How is it that so much people have been missing and you cannot find the body under any circumstances? Not even born you can't find. I understand that a lot of people have get thrown into open grave and things like that. But people, let's make it very clear to the public, right? Well, we don't have to be in a puzzle. A lot of police murdered people, families, especially in certain situations, and they bring them to this funeral home and they work out these deals with this funeral home and they cremate these people illegally, and you'll never find a body. You will never find a body under any circumstances. Don't look to find a body of certain people because you can't find it. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. You understand what I'm saying? You will never find some of your loved one, especially, let's break it down. If a policeman there with a woman, and the woman involved in certain things, and the policeman knows say, it's a 50 chances that he might get caught or he might go under investigation. Without you find a body a lot of times, it becomes a big problem, a big dent in the case. So the best way, okay, John, what go on? My name Chris, you know. Which Chris? You know my Chris, man, the police shooter, they come drop out something for you, man, and all of that, and me they send such and such a people to you. Oh, what's going on? How have you been? You there about Panians? Yeah, man, me come check you and talk to you about something. Alright, you come, me say, what go on? Boy, big up yourself, man, I like how things are going and all that. You know, you what going on now? Me have a little cousin, you know, and boy, the family really have it still, no. Family really have it and things like that, and you know, them say on a cremation and all of that, but them wish was they don't want a funeral and things like that. They don't want nobody come at them funeral, they don't want. I mean, know the protocol and things like that. You know what I mean? We have to, you know what I mean, one, you know, such and such, and me know say a $300 car still, no, but me have a $250,000 cash still, you know. All you have to do is make the cremation, you give me the ashes and things like that. Yes, the service is bad on us. And the family member want the ashes, so I give you $250,000 and you deal with things to me and all that. I know, you know, rate it, and guess what happened? I know a whole of people always want cremation still, you know. So, you know what I mean, me make you get some business and me bust the funeral one for you. You see me I say? Just name my food and things like that. Boy, I'm not supposed to do this, I don't want to get in. You're not getting in trouble, man. You don't know, man. Me allow, man, everything covered, man. Legit things, man, and things like that. See? Right? What are the preparation of the body? Why you just come and John Bone I go there, you know, so you just come check John Bone and John Bone will deal with it and things like that. Man taking money, man running illegal cremation. No paperwork about it, he don't want no paperwork because a man getting 250,000 and 300,000 or 100,000 for cremate a body. A man go back and pick up the ashes because he don't want nothing left behind. He take the ashes and he go dump in one garbage and one water, things like that. Right? Now people, if you are in a situation like that and you're in a funeral home and a policeman comes to bust your funeral home and make you make some money, how much of you people would go ahead with it and agree to the illegal activity of what have been introduced to you. If you have a funeral home that is struggling, a lot of you will do it. Some of you will not do it. And you can't open your mouth. The fact that a police officer come to your house to cremate a body and him pay you. Remember, you don't know if the police officer recording you, you know. You don't know what it is. You are not going to open your mouth and call authority and say, listen to me, John Brown, bring a body, come to me for cremate and all that. Because first of all, you are going to go to jail and you're going to have to close the funeral home because you have conducted illegal activity. So who's there to talk? Who's there to talk? Are you going to give up your funeral home and say that you create an illegal activity of cremating a body without following the right protocol without a license? You're not going to do that. Once the police get you engraved into that have to take you to your grave unless you're willing to put yourself in jail and make the authority know that you have done something illegal. A lot of people is not doing that. How could a police officer open a funeral home and his salary is not enough and he's complaining about his salary, but he open a funeral home, right? And have the most fanciest person and say, I'm brother at New York, or I'm brother at Florida, give him the money to open a funeral home. So why your brother is not down here running the funeral home? And why all of a sudden you tell the police force, say, yo, listen what happened? I'm going to leave the police force and come and work my own business. And then guess what happened? You already link up with all of your squad of them already for bring you patient. I want you to understand the logic of what's going on here. The monster and the disaster we are living in. Because some of the people don't understand what's going on in Jamaica. And don't understand that these are things. Hold on, my work guy. Yeah, Pedro. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, yeah. Right? Some of the people don't understand that you, as a regular person, sometimes cannot get to open certain kind of business in Jamaica because you do not have any link. You do not have the money. They give you problem with the documents. And if you want to open up a funeral home in certain year and so forth, you have to pay your extortion fee. Because members say, John Brown down the road is a police officer and my big shot and him own a funeral home and guess what happened? You're not allowed to do something, so don't want me. Talking about this is to help people to put at ease and give them some closure why them cannot find their loved one, and they will never find their loved one because these have been the biggest thing that have been going on for a number of years now, and it get very popular. So therefore, if you have police officers that are owning funeral home and politicians, you have to create bodies. We don't know bodies, you don't have a business. The more body is the more the funeral home make money. You don't have to understand the logic of this. We live in a country where we have a big problem on our hand, and people don't seem to understand the problem that we have. And people are sitting, a lot of us are talking, are sitting here watching. Some of you have family members who are involved in this illegal activity. Right? There is a problem in our country. We don't have to ask Andrew Wallace to leave office. But people, let me tell you something. There's things that we have to do. There's things that we have to do. And I pray to God that some of us would take this very serious. Especially our kids. Especially our kids. Our vulnerable loved ones. I believe that every single parents in Jamaica that have a kid and have a loved one, there's nothing wrong with your family being in your business.
No. If these things are actually taking place, then that would mean this would fuel crime and violence. And allegations of this nature have been brought against funeral homes across the globe, not just on the island. And the first a scenario like this has been talked about It is stated that even in North America, this frequently happens. Now, these types of scenarios, as some would say, might be unique to missing persons. As we know, the other type of crime and violence that takes place on the island is brawling shootouts, where innocent individuals are caught in the crossfire between either law enforcement and criminals or criminals and other criminals. So the crime and violence where take place on the island unique. I mean, that's it. Police resources sometimes are stretched thin. The police them do them best, being overworked and underpaid. That's why I feel like only if citizens unite with law enforcement and have the same aim in mind of reducing crime and violence, is only when that objective can be achieved. We can't also look to legislators for past legislation. It way past a situation there. And the laws alone need to change. But the mindset of the people. Talk to me in the comment section. Click the subscribe icon. I want to tell the reason again. Live, love, and prosper. Stay tuned.